Breaking news. Once again, ICE has unalived yet another person, protester, whatever you want to call them, claiming that they were impeding an investigation, claiming that they were in the wrong and preventing them from doing their job, under the guise of the fact that this man had a weapon on him, that they successfully disarmed before they unalived him. Say what you want, feel what you feel. I don't care who you support. But at this point, all of y'all that support Trump and them, that make excuses for Renee Gold being unalived, that continue to make excuses for the terror and the chaos that ICE is causing in these communities, such as Minneapolis, you can't make sense of none of this. This first video breaks down, frame by frame, what happened. You see that the weapon was removed, and then the officer pulls out his gun right then and there.
Well, you said yesterday that this looks like a situation where the individual wanted to do maximum damage and massacre law enforcement. What evidence do you have that he wanted to massacre law enforcement? Because all the videos that we have, and I do want to, we just have a still shot up now, but I do, control room, want to play one of the other videos. Let's play video number 1 again. It doesn't look anything like he's trying to massacre law enforcement. In fact, he was filming, and then it looked like he was trying to help another individual there who was pushed down by law enforcement, and then they went after him.
So now filming is trying to massacre somebody. They don't care. All they know is he was pointing and shooting, right? So you can't even point and shoot a damn camera at them without you yourself being massacred.
In fact, I believe that the fantastic training that our law enforcement partners have, the fact that they're highly trained, prevented any specific shootings of law enforcement. So good job for our law enforcement in taking him down before he was able to do that. And again, Dana, let's look at why he was there in the first place. Was he simply walking by and just happened to walk into a law enforcement situation and try to direct traffic and stand in the middle of the road and then assault, delay, and obstruct law enforcement? Or was...
We're not trying to hear that, okay? The video clearly shows that the man was no threat to y'all, was no harm to y'all. And unless it's illegal for you to carry a firearm around in Minnesota, what laws did he break? I find it funny that they're unaliving all of these people, that they're out there looking for illegal immigrants, but the people that just live there and is fine is the ones that's actually ending up dead. This is crazy. Now, this is Minnesota protesting. This look bigger than a Vikings game times a Timberwolves game.
Like they just have to hold it a little more taut.
Great coverage though. Beautiful coverage. So now Governor Walz has activated the Minnesota National Guard to protect people from the Trump regime, which might not be good, because if Trump decides to enact the Insurrection Act, I think it is, then it's just going to turn into a whole mess. Now, I don't know how true this is, but I read something that said that there's a deal on the table where if they allow votes to go to Trump or something, then he'll pull ICE out of Minnesota. So now they're saying that it's not even about illegal immigrants. This is about control in swing states, which sounds crazy, I know, but it's believable. It's kind of believable. Can't play that because of the music, but yeah, I ain't trying to get demonetized. I'm already on the fence.
How short people's memories are.
Now, this girl right here, this is interesting because this young lady is black and the dude that's about to debunk her is white. So I feel conflicted even watching this video. But let's just take a listen to what she has to say.
It's wild how short people's memories are. Under Obama administration, 56 people died under ICE custody. 56! Somehow, no mass riots.
Is this a joke? To me, it's the proud ignorance that is confounding, and I don't know if it's rooted in lack of math skills or just broad denial to acknowledge reality, but let me try to help. You do understand that Obama was president for 8 consecutive years, right? That total you gave us is for 8 full years of Obama presidency. Trump has been president for less than 13 months since these human rights violations and constitutional offenses started. And this is the latest event because the numbers are rising so rapidly that it's impossible to keep a definitive toll. But as of this morning, the number of deaths in ICE custody since February of 2025 is at 38. That's 38 people in 13 months versus 56 in 8 years. And I'm no math wizard, but if we take 38 over 13 months and project it out to 8 years like you did for Obama, we get a total of 307.
And what this long lost Baldwin brother, or at least he looks like he's a long lost Baldwin brother, is not also mentioning is the fact that under President Obama, these ICE agents was not terrorizing whole communities, going into people's private property, going into businesses, going up to schools, smashing windows, pulling people out of their cars, and shooting and killing people. They wasn't doing that. That's the biggest difference. If you have illegal immigrants here and they shouldn't be here or they need to be removed, hey, do your job, do what you need to do. But this terror that they're enacting on the community that the president has empowered them to do is the issue. It's crazy because this is my thing, and this might sound racist, but I don't care. But this is my thing. If you get rid of all the illegal immigrants, who's going to do the landscaping? Who's going to fix the roofs? Like, who's going to, like, one of the things that they say is illegal immigrants are taking our jobs. No, they're doing the jobs that Americans don't even want to do themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand how people don't see how this economy works and has been working. And they try to use, trafficking and crime and I don't know the percentages, but I'm pretty sure that's a small percent compared to the majority, which normally is. Normally, those that are bad are a small percent. It seems like with ICE agents, the bad ones are the ones that's getting hired. Because would they have like a 5-hour process before they're able to become an ICE agent? This is crazy. But let's continue.
307 compared to 56. That is a 450% increase. Visually, that looks like this. This means that under Obama, the monthly incidence was about a half a person a month. Under Trump so far, that average is over 3 people every single month. But that is not enough because right after you say this.
Obama deported over 3 million people and a lot of them were fast removals. No full due process.
And I will do a separate video and a Substack deep dive on this, but I really need you to understand one thing. There's a huge difference between apprehension and immediate deportation at the border of people who are trying to enter the country and kidnapping in the middle of Chicago or Minneapolis, fathers who've been in the country for 30 years and then sending them to Sudan in the middle of the night. Ma'am, when we talk about due process, trust me, we know what we're talking about. This video, it's not the flex you think it is.
And quit referring to these people as law enforcement. They are not law enforcement. We have law enforcement who do an incredible job. And to listen to Greg Bovino denigrate the work of our people who are out there cleaning up their mess. No, I don't have a lot of confidence that he himself will do it. But here's what I do have confidence in. There's a whole lot of Republicans, for whatever reason, cannot find their spine. But they might find the ability to know that they're not going to win another election as long as they live unless they stand up for what's right and stand up for the rule of law and stand up for human decency. And that's the moment.
Well, that was Governor Tim Walz letting y'all know that ICE is not actual agents and should not be respected as such. I don't know if any of my followers are ICE agents or work for ICE, but if you are, or if you know anybody that is, I would love to hear y'all in the comments section because it's not all. I've seen certain videos of certain agents of ICE that they necessarily weren't confrontational. And I mean, it's just like the police. It's like, and the algorithm also is showing us the videos of the chaos and the madness that exists. So people are assuming that all of the ICE agents are operating that way. And I'm smart enough to know that they're not. But we're looking at the overall bottom line of what's going on. And not just Minnesota. It's happening in Philly. It's happening in LA. I think they just landed out here in Georgia. I'm going to tell y'all one thing. Y'all try to bring that shit to D.C. if you want to. You see what the fuck going on. I seen ICE out there in D.C., but I'm talking about this level of what they got going on. But guys, let me know what you think in the comment section about this BS here. Peace. You got music, you got a business, you got a product or service, but you're not making enough money off of it because you don't have enough exposure. DM or email me right now to get promoted on my platforms. I have 850,000 subscribers on YouTube. I have 460,000 followers on Instagram. I have the following that you want to get seen in front of. I was able to increase the sales of this Amazon book off of a YouTube sponsorship with just 30,000 views. And I was able to give this artist 15,000 views with the Instagram repost in less than 24 hours. So DM or email me at bookingcranklucas@gmail.com right now to get more exposure and more money for your business.